channel. My name is Amanda. If you are new here, if you are not new here, thank you so much for coming back and continuing to support me. Today's video is going to be all about how I lost 10 pounds in this past month. And for reference, I went from this to this in just 1 month. So in this video, I'm not only going to explain kind of the fitness routine that I did, how I lost the weight in the kitchen kind of thing, the hydration aspect, but I'm also going to share at the end of this video my 5 top tips of what kept me motivated and able to stick to my plan and lose the weight. So if you stick around to the end of this video, you will get my 5 top tips of how I stayed motivated through it all and how I'm still staying motivated and still on track. Okay, so first let's talk fitness. As a stay-at-home mom, it can be really tough to get in a workout, especially when you don't have anyone around to help you and watch the baby. So what I did was I devoted Tucker's nap time to my workouts. I did not have a choice. The second that I put him down, I did not sit down at all. I did not take a break. I immediately went over into my living room where I have my dumbbells, and I immediately got my workout in and out of the way. And if I had extra time to do other things during his nap, that was just a bonus. But no matter what, I got my workout done during his nap. No questions asked. The next thing I did was start with a challenge. This was something I did 4 years ago. It's something that I'm doing now. In a way, it's something that holds me accountable in having a plan to follow. So for me personally, I follow Rochelle Justice. Her last name is now Weary, I think. Worry, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But she's on Instagram. I've been doing her challenges here and there for about the past year, but this time I actually stuck to it. Now that I found all these other ways to stay motivated, I've stuck to it, and that is what I used this past month. She has an app. You can either buy a coachable challenge where she's there, she does your macros, and you check in with her, or you can just do the challenge without the coaching, and that is a little bit of a cheaper option, but all of her workouts are on an app. I love how her app is set up. And so I'm going to try and put in some clips here to kind of show what the app looks like. And she has videos of how to do each exercise. It's honestly simple, stupid, as my dad would say. It's really easy to follow. They're pretty quick workouts, and I actually really enjoy doing them. But if lifting is not your thing, you want to run, another program you could always do with running, you can do the Couch to 5K. If you want to do spin, you can always just sign up for spin classes, yoga classes. And if you don't have the money to put toward doing those classes or buying a program or anything like that, there are a ton of free resources either on YouTube. You can get free programs from a lot of fitness influencers. Actually do offer some free programs. You just have to look into it. When I started my fitness journey years ago, I actually went to bodybuilding.com, but at the time I was able to go to the gym, but I believe they do have home workouts on there as well. But I went to bodybuilding.com, and they have a ton of free options. So there's so many options and resources for free online that you can use. Just get a program, stick to the program, and see results. Honestly, you just have to trust the process, and that is a huge part of this, is trusting the process. Now, in the aspect of purchasing programs, I personally like to purchase my programs for 2 reasons. One being, it's nice to support a small business or just somebody who you know will be there for you, or somebody that you do trust. I think that it's nice to do that. Also, and the main reason I do this is because I am more inclined to follow the program and stick to it if I feel like I have some skin in the game, meaning I put money into this, therefore I'm not wasting that money. I'm going to do it, period. So that has helped me a lot in my mindset of thinking, okay, I put money toward this. I do not have an option. I'm going to complete this program to the best of my ability. In regards to cardio, for the first 2 weeks of this program, I didn't do any cardio. And then my husband randomly decided he wanted to start doing family bike rides in the evening. So then the last 2 weeks we started doing family bike rides together. In the evening, I think we were only riding like 1 or 2 miles. It was max, I think 30 minutes we were gone, and while we were out, we would stop at the park and let Tucker play. But other than that, that's the only cardio that I have been doing. Whenever Jacob leaves, he's leaving soon, I don't trust myself to let Tucker ride on the bike with me, but we are going to keep in that routine, and I'm going to take us on evening walks, hopefully long walks. It's pretty hilly here in Okinawa, at least in our neighborhood, so it can be rough, but I know that it's good for me. And it's been a really good routine for Tucker because it's cooler in the evening. He can have some playtime at the park right before bedtime. It's honestly been really, really good for us. Jacob and I have been sleeping so much better, getting to bed earlier. It's honestly been an awesome routine, so I am going to stick with that. The only difference is we will be walking, maybe jogging, instead of riding the bike. Okay, so now let's talk food. First, let me preface this by saying I am not a dietitian, I am not a nutrition coach, I do not have training in any of those fields. However, this is something that I have done before. It worked for me before, it's working for me now, and this whole video is to share kind of how I did what I did. Now, I will be honest, when I did this the first time around 4 years ago, I started my calories out way too low. So then when I started working with a coach, they had to bring me back up, and I had a little bit of a lull in my progress because of that. But I potentially ruined my metabolism back then because I did that. So what I do is I track my macros on MyFitnessPal. I track my calories and my macros. If you are not familiar at all with this, there are macro calculators online, but I do suggest to get with a coach if you have the means to have them work with you on what you need, because your macros are different from other people's macros. They will be different. It's based off your activity level, your weight, all kinds of different factors go into it. So it's best to get with a professional first and kind of have them figure it out for you, just so you're not throwing off your hormones or anything like that. But again, if that is not something within your means, there are other free options online. There are other macro calculators. But if you know anyone within that realm, once you get those macros, honestly, I would just say, hey, can you look at this? Do you think that this would be good for me to start out with? And get their opinion. In regards to tracking macros, it is best for the first 2 weeks to stick to your macros and hit them spot on. And I say that because within those first 2 weeks, you will see if those numbers are giving you the progress that you want. And if they are not giving you progress, you can lower your calories a bit. I believe my old coach used to say by about 100 calories, so you're not dropping down too early. Again, it's a matter of trusting the process. You don't want to rush the process because you don't want to sacrifice your overall health just to lose weight quicker if you're making this a journey rather than just a quick fix, you know what I mean? So your best bet is to go those first 2 weeks. If you do see progress, keep them the same. Basically, keep it the same until you stop seeing progress. And then when you stop seeing progress, you can take 100 calories off and continue doing that. That, again, like I said, is what has worked for me. It's been what's best for me. I know tracking macros, counting calories, weighing your food, that's not for everyone, and I totally understand that. But like I said, that is something that's worked for me. Fad diets, in the sense of like doing keto or anything like that, I feel like is a little more restrictive. With counting macros, I'm able to be a lot less restrictive. I'm able to, if I want a cookie, I can either eat the dang cookie or I can make a healthier version of the cookie, track it, and still be good to go. I love barbecue chicken pizza, so what I've been doing, I have been taking a flour tortilla, putting a little bit of sugar-free barbecue sauce on it, doing some shredded chicken, some red onions, and a little bit of cheese, putting it in the toaster, and it satisfies that craving for me without going all out and ordering a barbecue chicken pizza from Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? So that's sort of the handoff that you have, whereas in other traditional diets, you don't have that flexibility. So that's something that I genuinely do appreciate about calorie and macro tracking. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know how much I love cookies. And this past week, I shared a cookie recipe that I did. And honestly, they taste the exact same as my favorite cookies that I used to bake, except they're 100 calories less. They're a lot better for you. There's whole wheat in it, there's more fiber, all kinds of stuff, there's more protein in it. And so honestly, it tastes the exact same. So that's now like my new cookie recipe, just for the sake of, hey, like it's not gonna make me go over my calories, but it still satisfies that craving that I have roughly every single day. So Okay, so last but certainly not least is staying hydrated. So me personally, I know there's like a calculation of like based off how much you weigh to how much water you should drink in a day. Me personally, I just say a gallon and or more, if, depending on how thirsty I am. I try and get in a gallon a day. You see my water cup right there. It's 40 ounces, so I think I drink 4 of those a day. And that is so, so, so important because staying hydrated is crucial in your weight loss journey because it not only aids in your metabolism, it helps you lose the weight, it helps you stay satisfied longer, it keeps you full, and plenty of other benefits of staying hydrated. I mean, heck, it's just good for your organs overall. Like, regardless of if you're trying to lose weight, staying hydrated is incredibly important. So that is probably one of my biggest tips because, I mean, there were some days where I wouldn't hit my water goal and the next day I could just, I felt off. You know what I mean? I did, like, my mouth would be dry or I just felt thirsty like a lot throughout the night. So honestly, just staying hydrated overall is one of my biggest tips. Okay, so here's the good stuff. Here are the 5 tips that have kept me motivated on this journey for the past month. First being laying out my workout clothes the night before. And with that, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I don't get coffee, I don't do anything. I immediately put my workout clothes on and then I can go on with my day. I do not stay in my pajamas. That was something that I had been doing really since being a stay-at-home mom. I'd wake up, I'd stay in my pajamas, and if I got dressed that day, well then I got dressed, and if I didn't, well then I didn't. So Jacob would get home from work and I'm still in my pajamas, and like, first of all, we've been married for a while, but like, it's kind of embarrassing too when like he gets home from work and I'm still like in my pajamas. And honestly, being in your pajamas all day is a little unmotivating. So first thing I do in the morning, I get dressed in my workout clothes. So then at nap time, I don't even have to think about going and getting dressed into a different outfit. I wake up, put my workout clothes on, do our normal morning, and then nap time comes around, immediately hop right into my workout. No other effort has to go into that side of it. So this next tip is a little non-traditional in these videos, I'm sure. But my next tip is doing my skincare in the morning and the night. I don't necessarily know why this was so beneficial to me, but if I had to guess, I think it would just be because I was taking care of myself in more ways than one. I was taking care of myself in more ways than just working out. I was taking care of my skin too. I was taking care of my hair. I was taking care of everything, which honestly I think kept me out of getting depressed. Because that was the thing that I was struggling with before as well, was sure I was getting a workout in, but I didn't want to get a workout in. But like, even though I still did it, I don't think that I was putting 100% into it, because I wasn't taking care of myself in other ways. So waking up in the morning, getting dressed, going, doing my morning skincare, I think that it wakes me up. And then just knowing that I can look at myself in the mirror and say, wow, like, you're really taking care of your skin, your body. Like, your body really is a temple and it's important to take care of it. And that doesn't just mean how you look with your weight or anything like that. It means like your skin. I mean, your skin is your largest organ, and for a long time I did no skincare. You can ask my friends. I have a friend that's an esthetician and it would blow her mind. I would do no skincare. I'd go to sleep with makeup on. But now that I've been taking care of my skin, it truly has made a difference in my confidence, which I think is why it has helped me stay motivated, because I am feeling more confident in more ways than one. So when I wasn't seeing progress on the scale, or I wasn't seeing progress in my body, I could look at my skin and say like, wow, like, your skin looks so hydrated, or like, your bags like aren't very dark today. There was other progress I could see outside of the size of my body, and I think that was so, so, so important to keep me motivated. So my next 2 tips are in regards to water, because like I said, it is one of the most crucial parts of losing weight. So first, drinking water through a straw. I don't know why, but I've heard other people say it as well. Drinking water through a straw makes me drink it so much faster. I'm not sure why, but it does. And then my 4th tip, along with the water, every time you pick up your water to take a drink, chug it. Chug as much as you can, because there are some days I'll just sip on my water all day and I'm like, man, like, I barely drank any water today. No, every time that you pick up that cup, chug it. Chug as much as you can, so then you don't have to worry about getting behind on your water intake at all, and you're good to go, and you're nice and hydrated, you know? Warning, warning, you're gonna have to pee a lot, but that's okay, That means we're flushing out the bad stuff, you know? Just stick with it and drink your stinking water. And my fifth and final tip, and what I've touched on a little bit already, is do not restrict yourself. This has to be something that you're able to stick with. And if you're restricting yourself from the things you want, I've been there, you're not going to stick with it. So like I said in my examples before, eat the dang cookie or make a healthier version of the cookie. There's nights I want lasagna at dinner. So you want to know what I do? I take that one serving, I eat one serving of the lasagna. I track it, and then I have a salad with it to add more volume, to keep me more full. But I satisfied that craving that I wanted with the lasagna. I eat what I want to eat because I can. And even, I hate to say it because I don't want you to think that the macros thing isn't important, because obviously, you know, you have to have it. It's going to be a calories in versus calories out thing in order to lose weight. However, there have been days I've gone over my calories. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay to make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is going to hit their macros every single day. And truthfully, there is no need to. Unless you are in a competition for bodybuilding, it's okay to not hit your macros every single day. You just have to remember your overall goal. I mean, heck, if Jacob wants to go eat dinner at McDonald's, okay, cool. We'll go to McDonald's. And I have two options. I can eat what I want and it have like I can eat a Big Mac and have like a ton more calories and fries, or I can get just a normal cheeseburger with a small fry, satisfy that craving, still eat dinner with my family, and still see progress. It's just a matter of weighing your options and considering like, okay, well, if I eat this healthier version, will that satisfy that craving? And if it does, choose that. If it doesn't, eat what you want. Truthfully, this has to be sustainable for you, and it is a lifestyle, so it's not a race. It's not a race. Who are you up against? You're up against yourself. And truthfully, if you're restricting yourself so much to where in a week you're like, oh, this sucks, like I don't want to do this anymore, you're gonna quit. And guess what? You lost to yourself. You fooled yourself. But if you don't restrict yourself and you work it into your macros, or you make a healthier version, or whatever you want to do, whatever option you decide, you will thank yourself in a few months because it was sustainable, you sustained it, and overall you lost weight. It's not a race. It's not a competition. You have to make it sustainable for you and for your family. That is one of my biggest tips, and something I've realized. You have to make this process something that fits you and your family. When I lost weight 5 years ago, I was going through a divorce. My reasoning for losing weight was revenge. I had a lot more other things going on, but I wasn't a mom and I wasn't happy. But I was able to commit all this time to the gym and all this time to being strict on myself, and it was unhealthy. And then when I decided postpartum recently that I wanted to lose weight, it was really hard for me to come to terms with doing home workouts instead of going and spending hours in the gym. It was really hard for me up until this past month. If you follow me on Instagram, like I said, I posted, I think for the first like 2 or 3 weeks, my workout every single day. I posted it with the hashtag home workouts are still a workout, because they are. And I had to keep saying that to convince myself of that, because I wasn't giving myself any credit, because I didn't think they were. I didn't think I was doing enough because I wasn't going to the gym and putting in hours. That was all on me. But once I convinced myself that home workouts are still a workout, and I started seeing progress, and I realized that at the end of the 4 weeks, I lost 10 pounds in a month doing home workouts and only 2 weeks of cardio, I was like, you know what, hell yeah, like home workouts are workouts. And I don't care what anyone says, that's what fits my lifestyle. Because your life is unlike anyone other's, your priorities are unlike anyone other's, so you have to make it fit you and your family. Don't put so much of a stretch on your family life to make this work. There are so many ways around it, whether it's a financial thing, free workouts, free macro calculator. There's options. There's so many options. And honestly, if I can do it, especially now, I have so much faith that you can do it. So now I will step away from my preaching podium and just say thank you so much for watching this video. I really just wanted to share what I did. I don't post on TikTok often, but I had posted my results and I saw people asking, and I was like, you know what, I probably should make a video on this, because when I lost the weight years ago, like I've said a billion times, my life was so different. And my tips are not the same. Weight loss, the basics of it are the same, but the way that I've done it this time is so different, and I think that it would help other people that are in similar situations to mine. So anyways, like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.